Good morning. We're off to the beach to collect some seaweed for the compost heap. So we've come down the beach. It's about 2 miles from where we live. We've got a beautiful coastline, and we're just going to go foraging up on the there's a couple of beaches you can clamber down to here, rocky type of beaches. We're going to see what seaweed is lying around and take that back for the compost. I've just emptied, well, Kenny's just emptied one of my big compost heaps, so I want to concentrate now on getting that refilled and a good load of seaweed dumped on the bottom of that. Will be a really good start for it. And it's a beautiful day, so we're going to get started with that. It's incredible. Shiny, like a wetsuit. Can't even. Very tough stuff. It's really nutrient dense. As you know, well, I don't know whether you do know, all types of seaweed are edible. Not that we're going to eat this, but fantastic for the compost heap, because all those nutrients will be in your compost and they'll feed your plants next year when it composts out. So you can put the seaweed directly onto your borders. Last year I did try, and what I did was when I planted my potatoes and I dug the trench and I laid seaweed in the bottom of the trench and put the potatoes on the top of them. However, I had read that the seaweed would decompose very quickly, but I found that it really didn't, and it made it difficult when I was digging out the potatoes and digging out weeds. The seaweed would stay this long stringy stuff and it would keep coming up to the surface. So my preference is just to put it straight onto the compost and let it completely decompose on there, and then put it on the garden. Just neater, I think. So when we take this back, we'll probably give it a rinse to get the saltiness off it. I don't think it's strictly necessary. Some people do and some people don't, but just to be on the safe side, we'll give it a rinse with a hose pipe, get the worst of the salt off, and then, as I say, straight onto the compost heap. If you look up there on the cliffs, you can see all those little holes at the top, and you might be able to see, oh, the birds have all just disappeared, but that's where the sand martins nest. They come every year back from Africa, and in the spring you see them all on this piece of coastline in particular. They'll come and nest again. There's a one. Oh, a load of them. And above on that cliff top there's a whole pile of wildflowers. It's protected land, National Trust land, and so you get masses of insect life as well, and that's what the sand martins come and eat all the insects that are coming off the wildflowers.
Just what? Whereabouts?
Whereabouts what?
Huh? Dump?
Oh right, we're doing it here, yeah.
Just the camera's running, you know.
I think because I thought it was going to be up by the shed.
Would you like to do something or take these back away? You want to leave it running while we're out?
I'm quite happy with that. It's quite a good load of seaweed. Just giving it a rinse at the gate here, get the salt off, and it'll go on the compost heap after this. Got quite a lot, haven't I? Came from. So just completely emptied this compost over the last couple of months onto the borders, and as I say, this is going to make a really good start for the next batch, and maybe by probably next spring or even autumn this might be ready if I can get it filled up. So it's a bag of greens for the hens. We've worked up an appetite now. We're going to go home and have poached eggs on toast for dinner. See you next time, bye. Unless you want to show her, Steve.
Yeah, I can see now.